choose to not be first?
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncers guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Oscar Bevis for IFL TV with Dev. A devastating defeat for Joyce, and Zhilei Zhang looks like some fire.
Yeah, look, I'm gutted for Joyce. I'm heartbroken for him. This was a big moment for him, a big fight for him. I still think it's incredible that he rose to his feet after a shot like that. Like, at the count of 10, he was up. I think most land mammals would still be in that ring.
When people say a puncher can knock out a horse, that was that punch.
That was that punch, but he still got up. He's got unbelievable head on him, unbelievable chin, unbelievable heart. In terms of Zhilei Zhang, my goodness, his resume should read: Filip Hrgović, win; Joyce, win via stoppage; Joyce, win via stoppage. Those sorts of credentials being put together by a heavyweight are tremendous. He is right at the top table now. His team, the Lanes, believe that he's the best heavyweight in the world. Zhilei Zhang told me he would do exactly the same to Tyson Fury. And my goodness, he was like the bigger juggernaut. Joe ran into a bigger version of himself who stands the wrong way round and has quicker hands than him and probably hits harder. Unbelievable heavyweight. Who's going to want to fight that guy? I'll tell you, he won't be top of people's list. However, he's got that WBO interim title, which means he has to be on the top of people's lists.
In terms of Joe, there was a lot of hesitation, it looked like. I mean, obviously he knows the damage Zhang's left hand can do because of the first fight. There was a lot of hesitation. There was a lot of emphasis around the weight, and we said this just yesterday at the weigh-in. You still got to do your work in the ring and still box right and box clever. Just seemed like it was a bit lost, if anything. There was no real direction about what Joe was doing.
Yeah, I feel like the game plan was probably to take him into the second half of the fight, take Zhang into the second half of the fight, and hope that you've done enough damage to him that you've knackered him out later on. That was my feeling. That's how I thought Joe would approach it. But I don't think he left enough on him. I don't think he really made a dent in Zhilei Zhang. I don't think Zhang was really tiring or anything like that. And I don't know, it looked like Joe maybe lost his discipline a little bit in that third round, found himself in a wild exchange with Zhang and got chinned because of it. A hellacious right hook. I don't think anyone saw that punch coming. He's got such quick, heavy southpaw hands. He's a real problem. In terms of Joyce, I still think he'll beat a lot of heavyweights out there. That's the thing. I just think he's run into this guy that he can't beat. Unfortunately, that's who he's run into. If you look at all the other guys out there, yeah, he's still one of the top heavyweights, and he's still juggernaut most of them. Most of them are smaller than him. So this guy's he's just too big, too strong, stands the wrong way, hits too hard, hands are too quick. Big problem.
It's like ringside after a fight like that. Everyone talks about where both guys are going to go next. And the name that people are saying for Joyce, I know people are kind of saying yes, murmurs about whether Joe should pack it in now. It's a long way to kind of reach that top level again. Dubois, the amount of people who just went Dubois, run it back with Dubois, will always be a big fight.
I think that there will always be fights out there for him because he is actually now one of the biggest names in heavyweight boxing. He's established that now. He has become a bit of a star. You saw that here today, the roar that he got. I'm sure many tuned in on TNT Sports and ESPN Plus in the States. He is a star. So for people who fancy it, they might want to go on Joyce now. They may see him as more vulnerable than what he was before and want to add his scalp to their resume. But I don't quite think he's there and ripe for the picking yet. I think someone might make a mistake if they pick him. I still think he'd beat a lot of guys.
I mean, you could get a dangerous Joyce with something to prove next time. In terms of Zhilei Zhang, again, everyone just throwing so many names. Every matchup with Zhilei and all the top guys, it looks amazing now.
Yeah,
they were so keen on Tyson Fury first time round. They're even more keen now. Mate, that's become, in this country, a fucking huge fight. That's a monster fight now.
Yeah, look, as I say, Zhang has earned the right to call out whoever he likes now. Sometimes you get heavyweights calling out the top guys. You think, go and earn it. Go and earn it. Beat someone. He's beaten, really, for me, Filip Hrgović, and then he stopped Joyce twice. He's earned it. He can call out whoever he wants. He wants to call out Tyson Fury, call out Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury knows it is quite a hard fight. When I interviewed Tyson the other week about it, he said what a problem Zhang is and that he's He's a big southpaw trying to take your brains out. He ain't some feather duster like Usyk. That's what he said. His words, not mine. He has got the WBO interim title, which means he is the mandatory challenger for the belt currently held by Alexander Usyk. If Alexander Usyk wants to keep hold of that when the mandatory is called, he needs to see Zhilei Zhang. And when he sees him, I don't think he'll see something he likes.
Mate, I can't picture how that would... I can't even picture him in the ring together. It just seems like a...
The weight difference. He could be about 60 pounds heavier than Alexander Usyk. How many weights is that? It's unbelievable. He's so big. I think Usyk's punches would just ping off him. I think he'd just keep charging forward and moving. And the thing is, he's got power as well, and he's got hand speed, and he stands the wrong way. Usyk's used to being the southpaw and boxing up, all these guys who stand orthodox. He'd have a guy standing southpaw, bigger than him, towering up. This would be Usyk trying to fight Zhang. Unbelievable. So let's see if that happens.
You to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 17, 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,